All right, guys. Good afternoon. How was your day? So, this video is the video of the previous class of what we did, which is the egg and chick game. So, I'll be going through the egg and chick game all over again. So, I'll share my screen now. Share. Okay. All right. So, this is what the game. So, this is what the game is looking like. Okay. So, click on the flag. So, you have to jump over the eggs while it's gliding. So, you can see. We also add some sounds. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'll just go through everything again. Take all this back. Yeah. Delete my sprites instead. Okay. So first of all, I'll pick a sprite. I will pick a sprite. And the sprite I'm going to be using is the chick and the egg sprite. So I'll go to my sprite library, and then I'll search for chick sprite. Chick. Then I'll pick this. Then I'll also pick an egg sprite. Okay. So these are my sprites, the chick and the egg. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to make this uh egg glide towards the cheek, and then we are going to try to avoid touching the cheek by using our space bar key on my keyboard. So this will be my position of the egg and the cheek. Yeah. Um, and so the first thing we need to do after bringing out the egg and the cheek is to bring out the when flag clicked. We need to set the position of the egg and the position of the chick. So whenever we click on the flag, it will go to its normal position. It will go to its normal position. So I want it to start from this particular position here. Oh, so I want it to start from this particular position here, where it's already standing. So I would bring my when flag click, and then I'll go to block, and then I'll add it here. So you can see I've already gotten my coordinates. So there are two ways to get your coordinates. If you move your sprite to the particular position you want it to be, you will see the coordinates here. You can see, for instance, I'm getting a minus 201 and a minus 133. So if I move this towards this rock part, you can see that it has changed. Now it is minus 61 and minus 4. That is the position here where the chick is standing. So I don't want it to start from here. I want it to start from this particular position here, for instance. So you can see here, minus 202 and minus 133. So that is how to pick your coordinates. That is how to pick your coordinates. So now I want it, okay, you can see now, I have set this now. When flag click, move to this particular coordinate. So if I move this, for instance, here, and then I click on my flag, You can see that's gone back to its normal position. So I want it to always uh, start from that particular position whenever I click on my flag, or whenever the green flag is being clicked, to start from that particular position. So now we have gotten the position of the tick now. I've gotten the position of the tick. So now we need to start the code that would make it jump. The code that would make it jump. So now for the code that's going to make it jump, we are going to bring out when space key pressed under the event section. So if you go to the event block, you will see this when space key pressed. Now the reason we're using this space key is because we want to control our egg. I want to control our chick using a space or keyboard, a letter in our keyboard. So you can see you can also change this as well in case if you don't want to use your space key. So you can see you can also change it as well. You can see we have alphabet A to Z. We also have number 1 to 10 and 1 to 9 rather. So you can see. So I'll just leave it at my space bar. So because I want to use my space bar to control to be more easier for me. So now when space bar when the space key is pressed, what should happen? When the space key is pressed, what should happen? I want my cheek to jump up and then come down. To jump up and then come down. Remember, I told you guys that if you want your sprite to move up and down, we are going to use the y coordinates. This. We are going to use the y coordinates. You can see there's a direction here pointing up and down. But if we are talking about left and right, we are going to use these x coordinates. So I want us to make our sprite jump up and then down, like jump up and down. So I'll bring out my repeat block. So I'll go to control and then bring out the repeat block. Now in the repeat block, I'm going to add change y by 10. Change y by 10. So now you can see. So now, if I click on my space key now, it will continuously go up. It will not come down. You can see it is going up. So it's not coming down. You can see it is going up, not coming down. Okay. So now you have made it go up now. So now we need to add a code to make it come down as well. So when we click on the space bar, it will go up and then come down. So now this is for the this is to make the sprites, the cheek go up now. So now we need to add a code to make it come down. So we're going to bring out the repeat block. So I'll go to control and then bring out the repeat block. Now on this repeat block, instead of us using change x, change y by 10 again, we're going to use change y by negative 10 because we want it to come down. So, and if it is coming down, it is now negative. So I'll bring my change y, and then I'll change this 10 to minus 10. You can see, so I've changed this 10 now to a minus 10. So now if I click on my space key, click on the flag, on my space key, so you can see, it's now going up and down. It's now jumping. We can also add sound to it. Let's see if we have a sound here. Okay, we have a sound here. So we can also add sound like the chip sound. So whenever I click on the space key, play the chip sound. and then repeat this 10 times. All right, so I've done that now. So remember, these are the code for the check now. When space key pressed, start sound, repeat 10, and change Y by 10. Then another repeat 10, and then you change Y by -10 to make it go downwards. And this when flag click here, go to X and Y is the coordinates. So whenever I click on the flag, it will go back to this particular position here. All right, so let's move on to the next one, which is the egg, which is the egg sprite. So now for the egg sprite, I want it to glide and then come to this direction. It continuously move and then get to this direction. And once it gets here, I want it to continue coming back from this particular point again. So that is how the game works. That is how the game works, okay? So to get that done, we need to set the coordinates first. We need to set the coordinates so that whenever we click on the flag, go to this particular point before you start doing whatever you want to do. So I would bring out the when flag click, and then I'll bring out the forever block under the control section. I'll bring out this forever block here. Now, after bringing the forever block, now what should be in the forever block? The coordinates. Coordinates. I want it to forever move to this particular point here. So I would go to motion. You can see I've already my coordinates are already set. They're already set because I've already set my sprite where I want it to be. Where I want it to be. That is why my coordinates is already set. So I'll just bring this out. Like this. All right, so I've gotten this one now. So what I need to do next, okay, let me click on let me move this here to the rock, and then I click on the flag now. You can see it has gone back to its position. You can see it's going back to its default position. All right, so with that being said, now it's time to make it glide towards the cheek so we can jump over it. Time to make it glide towards the cheek so we can jump over. Now, to make it glide, we have a glide block in the motion section here. We have this glide one to random position, and we have this glide one to X and Y coordinates. So we're going to be using this glide to X and Y coordinates here. The reason is that we have the particular position we want it to glide towards to. If you do have a particular position, you can just use glide to a random position. But now we have a particular position, which is where the chick would be standing. So I want it to glide from here towards the chick. Now to get the gliding position, let's first of all bring this out here. So now I want it to glide to this particular point here. So now this particular point where the chick is standing, what is the coordinates here? What is the coordinates here? So I will move my egg there. Okay, let's say I wanted to stop here. Something like this. Something like this. Bring it down a bit. Yeah, maybe something like this will be okay. Something like this will be okay. So I want to glide. So now you can see I've moved my mouse here, my egg here. So now to get the coordinates, you can see here, it has changed. to minus 139, minus 239, and minus 149. So that's the coordinates here. So I will just change this. Maybe I'll just say minus 240 instead. And then I'll change this to minus 150 instead. Okay. So minus 240 and minus 150. So to this position, go to this position and glide to this position. Go to this position and then glide to this position. So let's click on the flag. You can see. So you can see it is successfully gliding towards the cheek. So now, and you can see that it is just passing through the cheek. So now we need to add something to make it stop whenever it touches the cheek. Something to make it stop whenever it touches the cheek. So now what we're going to add here, we're going to bring out the when flag click button now. So go to your event and bring out the when flag click. And then I'll add wait until. So we can see that in the control section, you have the wait until. So I'll scroll down. These are the control. Okay, yes. So this is it. Wait until. So now I want it to wait until it is touching the cheek. So I want to add the game over now. The egg has touched the cheek. Then it can now display whatever I want to display. So I will add the wait until block. And then inside this blank space here, I will go to my sensing. And then I will see this touching mouse pointer. This touching mouse pointer here. I'll click on the mouse pointer and then I'll click on cheek. So now we have touching cheek. So now wait until touching cheek. Wait until touching cheek before you can display the game over. Wait until touching cheek before you can display the game over. Now, we're going to add the say block. So we're going to say game over for 0.2 seconds. So I'll bring out this say block here. Then I'll just type game over for 0.2 seconds. And then whenever it says game over, then stop all, like stop all the events. So I'll go to my event, my control, and then I'll scroll down. I think stop all is the last block. Okay, this is my stop all. So I'll add my stop all here. Yes, so I think we're good to go. So now let me click on the flag. So you can see, whenever I touch it, it says game over. Okay, so you can see. So it is good to go now. These are all the codes for your chicken egg game. These are all the code for your chicken egg game. I told you in the next class, I will show you how to add some sound and also add some score. But I will not be showing you how to add those now. So just focus on this and get all these done and practice as well on your own. Practice as well on your own because practice makes perfect. And you try to work with them as well and try to get something like this. And try to work with something like this and I think it's going okay. So I think that's all for now. Stop my sharing. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.